Yo, your boy Corey here, aka Crasher, back with a new video, and this video is going to be geared towards a more serious discussion regarding Pokémon Journeys. This sort of video has been a long time coming, if I'll be completely honest with you guys. As much as I love the Pokémon anime, I find myself having some pretty big criticisms of it, especially as of late. So we're going to get into all of that here in this video, and there will be timestamps as well, so if you either want to skip to a certain part or continue where you last left off if you are returning to this video, the option is there. Let's begin. So we're going to start things off with a disclaimer for everyone to take into consideration while viewing this video. Please be respectful of the opinions of others, whether their opinions line up with your opinions or not. The purpose of this video is to not only open a serious discussion with all of you watching, but to also address my criticisms based on opinions and observations of the Pokémon Journeys anime. If you find opposing opinions to be strong, remember to take the respect factor into consideration before responding. It's better to be calm and respectful rather than being rude and standoffish towards people. With that in mind, let's move on. So let's take you back to when I made my community tab post on the channel where I asked everyone to give me their honest thoughts regarding the Pokémon Journeys anime. This post garnered quite a bit of comments in response, and this post inspired the idea of this video to come to pass. Thank you to everyone who took time out of their day to take part in that post. One of the biggest things I noticed out of the post revolves around Go, as well as various other complaints such as the filler episodes, the episodic nature of the anime, and more. I also happen to understand and even agree with these sort of criticisms, as I also take issue with those and more. That is why I will be breaking the criticisms down into 4 segments in this video. It should go without saying, but the Pokémon Journeys anime is not perfect in many ways. I have everything lined up in 4 segments, and they go as follows. The episodic nature of the anime, too much quantity, not enough quality. Too many spoilers regarding how the anime is advertised and promoted, and the over-the-top hate for Go. The last one there, do not take this as an outright defense for Go, as I have issues myself with Go from time to time, but being overly hateful on something accomplishes nothing when you are trying to address issues and better what you are critiquing. The episodic nature of the anime. Let's look deeper into this issue. The episodic and disjointed formula Pokémon Journeys has is a mixed bag. It has its ups and downs. The reason that this is an issue for the Pokémon Journeys anime in particular is that if it's in an episodic nature, that goes against the storytelling element of the anime, and one of the biggest attractions to the anime in general is if it has good storytelling. If you want a generation of great storytelling, watch the Diamond and Pearl Pokemon anime, as that had arguably the best example of storytelling and a good pace at that, building things up. I think one of the biggest examples of a possibly great story going to waste due to the episodic nature was around the events of episode 34. That episode featured Ash being completely wrecked in his battle against Bee. There could have been a very good opportunity for a solid training and redemption arc on the road to their rematch. It was not to be, however, as episode 35 rolled around and there was zero reference to the events of Ash's loss against Bee. Episode 36 had Ash feeling down on himself over his losses in the Pokemon World Championships, and Go had to lead that episode. That was the only instance to where there was any reference to what could have been a good redemption arc for Ash to develop along with this Pokemon as well. Episode 37 had us revisit the Alola region, and it focused mainly on Go. While I personally loved that episode, if we take a more neutral approach, the execution was rushed and it really took away from what could have been an episode where Ash had his spirits reinvigorated after visiting his Alolan family. Episode 38 had no mention or reference of Ash's slump, but that's not to take away from how good the episode actually was, as it featured Go getting Aerodactyl after using his giant Golurk in a battle. Finally comes the rematch of Ash vs. Bee in episode 39. While the outcome of their rematch was a draw, I felt that Ash's character and his Pokemon really could have benefited from a solid redemption story, and the rematch episode happened in only 5 episodes, which in my honest and humble opinion seems a bit rushed. Too much quantity, not enough quality. This is another issue I have with Pokémon Journeys, and that is I feel the series has pushed out episodes for the sake of quantity, but lack in quality. Let's rattle off 2 examples here. 2-parter episodes and filler episodes with no character developments or anything. It's pretty self-explanatory as to why the 2-part episodes are an issue. Need I remind you of episode 41 with half a Marshtomp? That episode was a complete headache. The filler episodes are more about quantity than quality, especially if these episodes do not develop any characters, Pokemon, or the plot overall of the story. I don't consider episodes that seem like filler a problem, as long as we have some sort of actual development for an important character, but if there isn't anything significant going on, do we really need to have that episode exist? Probably not. Those filler episodes could have gone to Ash, developing his team, showcasing his Pokemon World Championship battles, etc. But we rarely get that. A lot of the battles that Ash has have been off-screen, meaning we don't get to see them. While the outcome does show Ash being the winner, it would be nice to see more action regarding Ash's Pokemon World Championship battles, as his goal is to eventually overthrow Leon, who is the world champion. With more episodes that revolve around Ash's development, that would mean that his Pokemon would also likely benefit by developing as well, but we have seen Ash being treated as an extra, whereas Go seems to be getting a lot more spotlight. And that's probably my biggest criticism when it comes to Go. It's not so much having to do with his character, but rather how he is written. I understand Go is a new character and he has a lot to prove, and Ash had over 2 decades of development, but Ash has a huge goal just like Go does. So why can't we have more of an even split where we have some episodes go to Go and others go to Ash? Also, why on earth is Chloe not yet on their travels? She is a character I also want to see get spotlight as well, as she could have a lot of development. Too many spoilers regarding how the anime is advertised and promoted. This is an issue that I think many could agree with me upon, and that is how the anime is promoted and advertised, and it sometimes spoils major plot points or other elements that would be considered a surprise if they weren't spoiled or announced. The Pokémon Journeys anime doesn't feel like it has as much spark like it did before. Back in the early days of Pokémon Journeys, no one could have ever guessed Ash would be catching a freaking Dragonite of all Pokemon, a fully evolved pseudo-legendary Pokemon at that, but he did, and it broke the internet in a good way. This is arguably how Pokémon Journeys really got a lot of push and traction, but as time went on, the anime started to lose little sparks here and there. And one of the biggest complaints I have regarding this subject in particular is regarding episode 53. The preview outright spoiled the Suicune capture. It would have been one thing if there was a twist or an ulterior motive behind the capture being showcased on the preview, but it turned out Go caught Suicune, and Suicune chose to stay with Go. If the Suicune catch was not showcased or even teased, the episode could have been a lot more exciting for us fans, but looking back, I feel they really deflated what could have been good. I also want to use 2 more examples of this sort of instance, and while it isn't directly about Pokemon Journeys per se, it does prove my point about spoilers ruining pivotal moments and surprises. Let's take you back to the final episodes of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. There were leaked images of Ash holding the Alola League trophy, and while some assumed it was Ash holding it for Gladion, as it turns out, that trophy belonged to Ash since he won the Pokemon League. Looking back to that time and seeing these spoilers would have killed the hype for a lot of people and myself had I have seen them before seeing the episode and Ash's crowning moment. Another example would be when they revealed that Tapu Koko would be Kukui's 6th Pokemon in the Ash vs. Kukui exhibition match. It would have been a very pleasant surprise for many fans if this wasn't revealed beforehand. I got lucky and experienced a shock of its appearance, but imagine if this wasn't revealed at all. Imagine how many people would have been surprised and leaks and spoilers not appear to reveal key pieces in those episodes before experiencing them with little to no spoilers. You see my point? And finally, addressing the over-the-top hate for Go. So this is the last issue I want to touch base on, and that is the over-the-top hate for Go. Coming from someone who disliked Go at first, this right here should say something. It's one thing to have fair and valid criticisms about someone or something, but when you come off as standoffish, throw in insults and other inflammatory remarks, that's being over the top, and it's no longer criticisms. Criticisms are typically meant to help, not harm or attack. I understand Go is a new character and has a lot to prove, and he is nowhere near a perfect character. However, a lot of how Go is presented is through how he is written. A character is only as good as how said character is written. Go's insertion into the Pokémon Journeys anime was to appeal to Pokémon Go fans, hence the name and other references to go along with it. Go has a lot of potential to be a great character, but let's not forget about Ash, who is the other main protagonist of the series. Ash and Go are co-protagonists of Pokémon Journeys. I think Go's character definitely could be done and written a lot better, such as maybe having Go have more qualitative episodes where we learn more about Go develops more in terms of battling, etc., rather than having Go just throw Pokeballs to catch Pokemon for the sake of catching them. I think seeing more episodes or even moments in episodes where we see Go bonding with this Pokemon could allow for his character to be better received. Another way Go's character could be better received is for Go to not be written more favorably over Ash. Let Ash have an equal share in the spotlight and opportunities to develop, rather than having most of the focus be on Go and having Ash be treated as an extra in the anime. On to my closing statements. Nothing in life is perfect, nor will it ever be. There will always be chances for improvements, and that applies to the Pokémon Journeys anime. The Pokémon Journeys anime has done a tremendous job at bringing together millions on top of millions of fans together and allow for them to have that escape from the events of the real world. I love the anime and Pokémon very dearly. However, part of that deep love does involve giving criticisms with the intentions and hopes that what you love gets improved upon. I hope you all take what I said here in this video as exactly that. I, along with many of you watching, would like to see the anime grow and improve to greater levels. I know it can. I just hope the producers of the anime are open to hearing us fans and our criticisms out. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be a wrap up here for this video. So I want to say thank you guys very much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, and most importantly, guys, smash it up in the comments down below, because I love hearing from you guys. Always have, always will. That ain't never gonna change, baby. You can believe that. Woo! So thank you guys again for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day or night depending on your time zone. And as always, ya boy will see you guys in the next one.